17 years on YouTube. 17 years to the day since my first ever YouTube video. That is uh, horrifying in the exact same way as turning 30 was about 7-ish months ago. It's the exact same sensation. This feeling of like, oh God, that much time has passed. Um, so many thoughts, but one in particular that I did not expect. Usually when it comes to these types of milestone videos, like I think of this as a big deal. This is something that I would ideally think about in advance. I could prepare something for, um, but I didn't this time. I didn't have the time to, and I don't really know what I would even do at this point. Because you would think after 17 years I would have had more success with it by now. I would have figured it out by now. But um, that's perhaps a topic I'll get into later in this video. But the interesting thing was like I just kind of happened to stumble upon 17 years of doing this in the same way that I didn't like pursue YouTube initially the way that people tend to now. I just happened to stumble into it. It just was the thing that felt fun to do. It was just the activity that flowed naturally. I didn't have to like sit down and force myself to do it with any sort of productivity technique. It was just the productivity flowed effortlessly. Not effortlessly. It took a lot of effort and frustration and figuring things out and struggling with um, my recording equipment not working and my editing software not working, but I figured it out, and the effort flowed effortlessly, if that makes sense. Like I was able to overcome some pretty absurd challenges in the initial video production process when I was brand new with it 17 years ago without having to force the effort. Like the effort came effortlessly. Very, very interesting. As opposed to the way we kind of view everything in our current society is like this hustle culture grind. You gotta work hard. You gotta discipline yourself and be consistent and all these like self improvement hacks and whatever, which are all good. And like yes, you do actually, if you want to succeed and get um, you know, you gotta be competitive. You gotta actually do all those things, yes, but sometimes I think there is also a place for allowing something to just flow and be what it is. And then you're able to have the effort flow without forcing it, perhaps. It's kind of a half baked thought. It's brand new. I just stumbled into it. Like literally within the past hour. I was like, that's what I can talk about. Yes, finally. I've been racking my brain for days. Like, oh God, what am I gonna post for this? This is a big milestone. What am I gonna say? And then finally, it hit me at the last second. I'm like, oh, I've stumbled into this idea the same way I stumbled into YouTube in the first place. I'm just kind of stumbling my way through life, not really knowing what's going on, but trying my best. Question everything.